Yo guys, welcome back to Crypto Alert. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how I personally flip NFTs, how I make those gains, those profits, and not only that, I'll be going through two different strategies that you can be doing, that I've been doing, and a lot of people in the NFT world have also been doing, and making the most of it to make those gains and make those 10x's. Now, before I do go ahead, I want to tell you that this isn't financial advice. Do your own due diligence before you invest into any project. And with that being said, let's dive straight in. Now, you can be doing this in Ethereum, most likely in OpenSea. I just haven't personally tested it, as I do focus on Solana, as that's where most of the profits come in, as the gas fees are literally pennies. In Ethereum, they can get pretty high, so I like to not go on Ethereum at all. But there is a much more volume and much more eyes on OpenSea and Ethereum projects. But Solana, in my opinion, is just getting there, and it's going to be as big as OpenSea and Ethereum real soon. That's what I personally believe in, and a lot of people do too. But the first strategy that I'll be going through is to actually get whitelisted for NFTs and get into NFT projects early. Right then, so the first strategy is getting into projects early. By early, I don't mean getting into projects in secondary marketplaces early, but in the whitelist and minting phase. How to find those projects, how to vet them to make sure they're legit, and how to flip the NFTs for a profit, right? Now, the first thing you gotta do is have a Twitter focused for NFTs, and just specifically for NFTs, and a Discord which you can join communities with. Now, in this case, let's say in this Twitter, I simply just follow and focus on NFTs, nothing else. Now, I obviously have other interests that I want to focus and kind of, still see feeds on football, let's say, or like UFC, or like games or whatever, right? I still have my own Twitter for that on my phone, but I do like to just have a specific Twitter just for NFTs, just like what a lot of people do in the NFT world. The reason behind it is because you're being thrown out more NFT content and just more projects to keep an eye out on, right? So it isn't just a mix of different content. You can still have that in a separate Twitter, but have a separate Twitter just for NFTs, just so you're being thrown at more NFT projects. So next part is joining those NFT projects and doing your own research. Now, if I go down, I'm gonna try just find an NFT to actually a good project that I can just quickly. Okay, this one is a good one. So the Apins NFT, for example, these guys have built up obviously a really strong community right here. And the first bit of research I would do is go over on the website and limiting my risks, right? First of all, I can see the art's really good. They built up a lot of hype, built up a really strong community, and a lot of FOMO for people to start buying the NFT. That's the first step. See if it's hyped. Are you doing the right marketing? And sadly, at the moment, NFTs are built on hype, and if you want to flip NFTs for profit, you just gotta look for NFTs that people are talking about, or just NFTs with good art that are not being talked about as much here. So right now, you can just go through the usual art, the story, and all that good stuff. The roadmap is important, so what they're going to be doing, as a lot of people that are going to be coming in the secondary marketplace will be looking at things like this, and that's when you really make your X's, as if they have a DAO or just some utility that those people are extremely interested in, whether it's passive income or whatever, you'll be holding the NFT and you'll be able to sell it for much higher than the whitelist or minting price. Now, you can meet the team here, check their Twitter. Do they have any track record of something, let's say, something, like dodgy or just not ethical? Obviously, any red flags, even if it is the smallest red flag, do not go for that project. There's many projects out there you can look out for. Just try to avoid going for any projects you see you get a red flag for, right? And there's many red flags you can look out for. It could be that the project has, a bad team member, right, with a bad track record. It could be that going back on the word in something in the roadmap, doing something not as described, not being transparent, or whatever, right? It could be something as little as that. For example, in this Apins NFT, there's two ways you can get into the project early. That is to win a whitelist spot or get that whitelist spot and buying in the mint price. Now, when the NFT goes live in mint, most of the time for good projects, you won't be able to mint it. There's about 10,000, 5,000 people trying to mint the NFT all at the same time in the page, and it just doesn't work out all the time. So in that case, the other safest way to do it is to get the whitelist spot, right? Now to get whitelist spots in this example, they're doing giveaways. A lot of, every single NFT does whitelist spot giveaways on the Twitter. All you normally got to do is just like, retweet, whatever. In this case, you got to retweet to win, and they'll choose 20 winners from there. Now that's one way to do it. The second way to do it is to DM the projects. In this case, I'll follow them, I'll DM them, whether it's on Twitter or Discord, and you got to give something back to the project. Whether you go ahead and mod the Discord, I don't know if that's something you'd like to do, but if you're interested in doing so, you can obviously DM them and they'll reward you with a whitelist spot. I'm not saying they will, but a lot of the times that's what projects do. Sometimes you got to invite an X amount of people to be eligible for a whitelist giveaway or to actually get that whitelist spot. And there's just so many different examples that you can take on. Now, of course, that's one way. The other way is the minting part, which again, it's doable, but you just got to be there at the right time. Whether, even if it's the time you want to sleep, you got to be there, and you got to actually just be live. When it's live, just mint it and compete with thousands of other people trying to get the NFT. Not the ideal way. Now, the advantage of getting into whitelist and buying the NFT at mint is the fact you're getting it at the cheapest price possible, at a really cheap price, and you're most likely guaranteed to get a profit out of it, right? You buy the NFT once the secondary marketplace lists the NFT, you can sell it most of the time for a profit, and that's the usual case if you've done your research and found the project the right way. Now, obviously, that's not the ideal way as well, simply because if you're buying a project really early, a lot of the times there isn't any track record for the NFT. You're not really being able to see if the project is fully legit. There's not a way to fully vet that project, even if the team is doxed. So, a lot of the times, if you get into whitelists or just get into projects early, you will need to sell the NFT extremely early, or else you might get scammed, or even before it gets listed in secondary marketplaces, you can get scammed, right? They can rug pull the NFT and your money's gone. So that's the really disadvantage behind getting into projects early, getting into whitelists and in the minting phase. The second strategy kind of clears that up, as it's, in my opinion, a much safer strategy to flip NFTs, and just the strategy used by more people simply because it's more accessible. You don't have to sit there trying to mint the NFT or mod a Discord or invite people. It's simply in the marketplace. Now in this example, I'll be going through the Art Monkeys NFT. I made a video on it the other day. The other hour actually, not too long ago, what we're talking about. Check it out, the link will be down below. Go and check that out. Now the Art Monkeys NFT, the floor price is 1.13. The floor price a couple days ago was actually 0.04, which is when I actually bought 2 of these NFTs. I flipped those NFT for just above 1 Solana, and the research behind it wasn't anything complex. I saw the team, they seem legit from the looks of it. They've been running for about a month and they're about to list another, what they call the Gen 2 of the NFTs. They're also been doing a lot of heavy marketing, PR marketing, and some social media and influencer marketing. Alongside it, they maintained the price over the floor price for nearly a month now, and they're doing some marketing in Times Square, which a lot of the times it's done really good for a lot of projects, and these guys are planning it on March 7th, and to say the least here, guys, they're doing something really good and is not going as noticed as usual. So they are still under the radar, which the price kind of says a lot about it. Like, it was on 0.4 Solana the other day. I'm gonna try and find an example for this. So let's go with this, let's say right there. So as you can see in this example, it's a quick example right here for this NFT. A couple days ago, it says January 24th, it was sold for 0.4, but the floor price was 0.4 for much longer until February 10th, 11th time. Then it slowly started gradually going up. But the floor price actually went up to 1.5. So at the moment, it's obviously 1.1, but it was at 1.5 yesterday. And that's kind of the track record you want to see, maintaining a really strong floor price, at the same time doing a lot of marketing well after the minting, the NFTs actually got sold out. And these guys clearly care about the project. They went and done AMAs every week, I'm pretty sure. I've joined one of them for a couple minutes, and I was reinforced with the fact that this NFT is not only legit, but they're also working on some really strong utility. For example, if you go to the website, and this again is just one example of many NFTs out there. If you go over to the actual website, you can actually see and play in the metaverse for their NFT. And it's just a quick beta version and just an extra touch that builds trust and transparency with the community. And this is one example. Simply what you're going to do is, if you see a project being extremely undervalued, right? So at the moment, 1.13 is extremely cheap, right? Like the average sale price for this NFT is 1.45. They're doing a lot of marketing, they have a good utility, and the Gen 2 of the NFT. So again, much more marketing going onto that NFT is dropping later on in March. And easily I can see this project doing a 2-3x from this point. But that is just me being conservative, and I think it could be a 10x easily. And that is kind of the examples I'm looking at. NFTs that have got utility, that have really good art, because obviously that's going to be an extremely important factor. And that is basically my two strategies. I know it might seem extremely simple, and I know it might seem simple, but you got to put your time in. Like that's literally as easy I can say it. It can be seen as simple, but you got to put your time and effort in on finding these projects. The main thing is put the time in and do your research for every single NFT you invest in. Again, nothing in this video was financial advice. It's just a strategy that I've been doing. You guys can go ahead and share your strategies down below. And also remember, I'm doing a Solana giveaway. With that being said, peace.